Okay, so now you're on board and you're like, enlightenment is my goal, Debbie. That's what I want too. I want to really know joy. I'm sick of being in this world filled with 7 billion people but feeling alone. You know, I'm sick of knowing that we live in a society or in a world that has enough food to feed everybody, yet there are people starving. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this lack of consciousness. I want to experience enlightenment and from that place build wealth. And so how do I do it? What do I do? And I'm so glad you asked. So in my humble experience in this life, where I have been in that place where, you know, accumulating wealth was the one thing that I wanted to, right? I felt like that was my mission. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, for your family, you want to get the biggest house, you want to have the nicest things. And I've experienced that actually joy never really existed there, not true joy. And the only way I know that is because right now I live in a space where I truly know pure joy. And I live in a 700 square foot home. I have beautiful things, but I'm surrounded by love and joy. So the first step that I took towards this journey of enlightenment was purifying my temple. First, acknowledging that this body is a temple that is housing this divine entity. So, you know, you have to recognize yourself as a divine entity if you're going to journey towards this light, towards this enlightenment, right? So then acknowledging that this truly is a temple, and we don't want to put toxins and negative stuff, negative emotions into this temple. So purifying your temple happens first. And oftentimes this could be an accumulation of toxins that you don't even realize are there. It could be from, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, where you've experienced sadness and stuffed it down deep into the body. And that's just like putting a toxic chemical into your body. It's the same thing. So we've got to move through the muck. We've got to move through the debris and the buildup and the stuff that we've shoved down, and we've got to pull it all up. And we've got to go through it. Yoga is amazingly helpful on that journey, on being with you for a little bit, turning away from the external experience and noticing what's in there. As we go through the body, what's in there? And, have I been in this place, And maybe, it needs a little bit of love. And can I move through that with grace and ease? The breath is big in assisting the purification process. The breath feeds the fire within the body, the agni, and so it will help to purify the body. Plus, just breathing deep cleanses the lungs, cleanses the system, moves everything through, gets the heart pumping. So breathing deep can be really powerful. And again, just detoxing, and as you're putting things into your body, again, they could just be thoughts. As you're holding negative thoughts, that is just like eating, a toxic chemical. So thinking about what you're placing into your body. And so then we shift to karma. And karma is very similar to actually just taking something and physically putting it into your body. So karma is going to be the experience that you have on this journey. And karma can be something that you've, carried with you for a long time. I mean, you may have to move through some old karma from, again, 20 years ago, things that you've experienced. You have to be willing to go through that. Your karma is all of your thoughts, words, and actions become this equal and opposite. So what you put out basically comes back. And it's, say you've been putting out 20 years of thinking negative thoughts about you and about others, then you've got to work through all of that. You've got to clear that karma first. So again, that's your journey. Depending on how deeply buried you are in some old karma is going to depend on how quickly you rise to enlightenment. And also just how important is it to you? How high is it on your priority list? Because it's not an easy journey. Facing our old karma is not easy. And making sure that everything that we're putting out there to build new karma is positive. So just carefully guarding your thoughts. A long time ago, I came up with this phrase, think twice before you think. And I urge you to do that. Think twice before you think. You know, are your thoughts, because usually your thoughts are what are going to cultivate your words, which may cultivate your actions. So all of that then is going to create new karma. And we want to have good karma. You know, the one thing that you have that is of the most valuable thing is your integrity. Your integrity. Think about what you're doing, what you're saying. What is the energy you're putting out into the world? You know, and does it hold high integrity? Does it come from a place of love? And if it comes from a place of love, then fantastic. And if it comes from a place of your truth, fantastic. Love is the truth. And usually that karma is going to come back to you, you know, tenfold in a good way. So just making sure what we're putting out there, we want back. And anyways, make it a good day.